Mike, it's hindsight now. But there was a time on Sunday in the late afternoon where I said to my wife, I should have bet Denver against Pittsburgh. And she's like, did you watch the first quarter? They had 8 yards and 7 plays. I just thought Pittsburgh is a better team than Denver, yes. But with all the injuries to the Steelers, with Ben Roethlisberger's foot not doing one, being able to plant right, the offensive line, Pouncey being out, defensive guys going down, Clark not playing, I just thought this game was ripe for an upset.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
Heck of a game.
Yeah, I was proud. I'm proud to say that we were talking about this in the newsroom on Friday, and I said I think Denver's going to win that game. And as you know, as it turned out, the Steelers are just too beat up. I think people are overanalyzing this, right. and if you're a Steelers fan, of course you're really agonizing about game plan and things like that. The Steelers are just too beat up. It's a great organization. It's a very good team. Injuries are what they are. They're huge. Right. So you can't overstate it, and that's what it was about.
It really was. I think there's some other matchups that it is the matchup that plays a factor. This one, they just were really banged up, and it was a heck of a play call that ended the game too. They really sucked the Steelers up because they were.
I thought that was a great football game. I had no dog in that hunt at all. I didn't care who won. I thought it was a wonder. It reminded the atmosphere. It just seemed like the constant noise level in that stadium. It reminded me of the NFL playoff games of my youth for some reason. I know it isn't Mile High Stadium anymore, but I could just remember back to Elway and all these. I don't know. I loved watching that game for some reason.
Do you know the first sudden death NFL playoff game was actually played between the Steelers and the Broncos in 1974?
Playoff game or just regular season game? I thought it was the first overtime game in NFL history. I think it was in the regular season. I believe this is true. It ended up a tie.
Really?
They didn't score.
I don't know that.
I think that's true. I'll have to check on that.
One more quick thing about that game. There is a rumor out there that Tebow is not allowed to wear the eye shade makeup that says 316 on it. Okay, if that's true, did you know how many yards he finished with in the game on Sunday?
316, my friend. There you go. There you go.
Yes.
And people who say, quickly, about Tebow, people who say, oh, the stats don't matter. If you throw the ball 21 times and gain 316 yards, that's 15 yards per attempt. That's a stat that matters, okay?
Good stat. I'm a Packers fan, like the Eagles as well, but I'm a Packers fan because of stupid things like hiring Juan Castillo as your defensive coordinator. But I think the Giants are going to beat the Packers this week. I think the matchup is there again. That one, Tebow and Steelers, that's not a matchup, that was injuries. But this one, the Giants getting a home game against the Falcons last week, I thought they just sneak into playoffs. I knew they were going to win last week. Now they have a great shot. They played the Packers great the first time. I think they're more built for the cold weather and windy conditions that you could get at Lambeau this time of year than what the Packers are. And the Packers have injuries.
The three teams that I think everybody would sort of pick as the best teams in the league, which are New England and the Saints and the Packers, are all very similar, and I think the Giants are very well suited. They're one of those teams that can rush, that can pressure the quarterback and make the quarterback hurry and disrupt him with 4 guys. Now they don't pass cover very well. So if Green Bay can pass protect and give Aaron Rodgers enough time to be Aaron Rodgers, I still like the Packers to win that game. But I think you're right. Of these 3 high-powered offensive teams with great quarterbacks, I think the Giants are built. They have the right formula to beat one of those teams, and it wouldn't surprise me if they beat any one of them. I don't know if they can beat all 3 if it comes out that way, but we'll see.
The other matchup, Houston playing the Ravens. I think the Ravens could lose because I'm still not sure what I think of Joe Flacco as the quarterback. If all the pressure's on him, if they take away Ray Rice in that running game, can Flacco get it done?
Well, I like him a lot better than the Houston quarterback.
It is a great point. Does this come down? It comes down to defenses here, I think.
I like the Ravens there.
In the last matchup, who cares? Saints are going to win it. They're going to just outscore.
All right, we'll take the Saints.
They're just going to outscore them.
We'll take the Saints.